Hey YouTube, coming at you with the Retro Cup team. Double Ghost, because Ghost really only has a couple weaknesses, Dark and Ghost. So if you're going against another Ghost, you will also hit super effective against it, and Dark is banned, right? So it really makes this very, very strong in this meta. So paired it with a Dunsparce, I think the thought process was behind that Core Break. Not that I need. So Froslass will deal with the Noctowl, and then the problem is Lanturn. You're kind of double weak to Lanturn in the back. You're going to lose both of those matchups. So Dunsparce with Drill Run will take care of that. Plus it also deals with the Owl. So combo breaker right there. Plus there's Froslass everywhere. So it's really, I think Dunsparce really well-rounded in this. They come in Lickitung. And this is also why I used the normal because of Lickitung. Because Lick will do super effective in the back here. You do okay with Froslass because it takes 2 avalanches with the Powder Snows to take it out, and they can only throw the Power Whip on you. So that is fine if you get it aligned there. If you get it aligned against Jellicent, you are in trouble. So I'm just staying in here because they are doing resisted licks to me. And I have a Jellicent and Froslass which can combo their Froslass. So I'm not worried about their Froslass. As long as I can get this out of here. They are spam, like Lickitung is very spammy, as we know. I get to this draw and probably not enough to take it out. And I'm wondering if I eventually just come in here and get a head on energy with yeah, catch. I was going to say I want to try and farm down, realize I couldn't, try and get in here to get some energy, but also catch a body slam, so that's a good combo. Orangaroo. This thing was everywhere the last time Retro Cup was on. Again, one of its main weaknesses is Dark, so you can just dominate with the confusions, right? So dominate with the confusions. You have foul play for Froslass here, so I will shield because I am at a move, and I think I can just get the shield back and Powder Snow a bunch here. And they let it go, and they're just going to try and go 2 shield Froslass, which is not a bad strategy. I do have a roll. I think I have a Rock Slide banked. I am just going. I'm not even pretending that I'm not going. I'm just going straight chip here because good catch on Lickitung. Why I was going straight chip there was because hexes. It's basically then within like hex range, right? I can shield 1. I can live 1 Shadow Ball because the Powder Snows are resisted. So the Shadow Balls are going to hurt, but the Powder Snow is resisted. So it's not like they can like Powder Snow and Shadow Ball me, like Shadow Ball and then Powder Snow me down. They let that go, which was a huge mistake. I know it was a bait. They know it was a bait, but 1 Shadow Ball is not going to take me out, and I'm going to be able to hex down before you Powder Snow down. So I think they probably need to shield there. It's tough when I do have like a Rock Slide loaded. So that was kind of a tough situation for them. Regirock. Again, this is kind of where you want to see this because you have 2 Pokemon in the back where Reggie's going to be a... no, Jellicent will handle Reggie. I forgot. It doesn't have Zap Cannon like Registeel. It only has like Stone Edge, and I assumed a Focus Blast. I assumed Stone Edge Focus Blast, but after they threw that one, like, oh, they're probably running Stone Edge Earthquake. Defense Deoxys comes in, and this is where he is going to be met very easily here. If they have the Thunderbolt, 2 will take me out. So I do need to be aware of that. But it takes a while to get to those. I'm just going to go straight this. Either grab the shield or take it out is my thought process. Not quite take it out, but that is actually maybe better. They can Psycho Boost me here, but Psycho Boost is not going to take me out. And then I can farm down and come out with a Surf if the Reggie comes back in, which will be nice. And if something else comes back in, maybe I should not be so scared and throw a Hex before I throw the Shadow Ball. Although, yeah, I don't know if I would have got to it. Does not matter because I have one of the best answers to here. I'm going to bank that move, come in here. I've got basically 2 answers for Altaria here, right? I know they haven't shown Focus Blast, so I doubt that they have it. I'm now at 2 drill runs, so this will knock it out, and if they shield, I'm just going to go back to back here. And if I go back to back here, which I think they did, because they really, like, I think they're trying to get like multiple Stone Edges off, but I'm like, oh no, they shield 1, which is not a good idea either. Like, kind of in a tough situation there, because then I could have just come in and Froslass and Powder Snow Avalanche it all the way down. Zapdos, again, good lead, and there is your Lanturn. And so this is where you are just staying in here. So I haven't had to switch yet. The good news about Jellicent and Froslass, both of them are good safe swaps, right? Both of them, not unchecked, because there's definitely answers for both, but they are both very, very strong in this meta, so you can use either one as a safe swap, which I'm sure I will have to do soon. So they shield one up here, which is fine. Another Surf or Thunderbolt from this range is not going to take me out. It's just a Surf, which I think is probably smarter. And I get the second drill run. So now if they let this go, I'm going to take Switch and Shield. And they don't, so they are standing here. So the question is, do I just... I think I let this go and just come in Froslass. Yeah, I'll have to maybe shield up one. The thing is, they're probably an Avalanche range, quite honestly. I'll shield up with Surf or Thunderbolt because that Froslass is kind of glassy, so that will do decent chip. I think it's in Avalanche range, but I really don't want to play that game and find out. So let's just get this out of here. I still have shield advantage. I still have a Jellicent, which is probably unchecked in the back. Quag. I try to catch the Stone Edge. There's no real reason to. Like, I could have just thrown a move there. Oh, I wanted to bank this, but now I'll just one-shot this because Shadow Zapdos is way too glassy to go unshielded here. If you're going to run Shadow Zapdos, you probably need a shield. They do get it to a move, so that's good for them. Drill Peck, not enough to take me out. And now just throw whatever move, because now they're within Avalanche and I have an Avalanche. The only tricky part is if they get to like a bait and then a Stone Edge, but I'm already out of move, so it does not matter. So yeah, all strong Pokemon for this meta, strong teams. There's not a ton, because there's so many, it's not a ton of fighters. There is some fighters. I do think Froslass is the better safe swap here. Again, like this matchup is pretty good for Lickitung if they want to like double shield. But I can very easily just grab a shield here, and I think I do. And then I remember letting this go. I could have fought for Switch. I remember letting this go because my thought process was, okay, Licks aren't going to do anything for me here. Dunsparce, I can just roll out to 2 drill runs here and then throw one to take this out and then have a drill run loaded and then come in Jellicent, shield up, and I should be okay. That was my thought process. It will just depend on what is in the back here is the only issue. And if you have a fighter slash psychic fighter in the front, you probably have at least an answer to this. Like Licktung's one answer. The question is, what is the second answer? Your own Jellicent. That is not a good enough answer. That is not a good enough answer when I have a shield advantage and energy advantage. So Shadow Ball, not quite enough to take it out. I'm not worried about anything that they're gonna throw at me. So I gotta shield a potential Shadow Ball. Shield a potential Shadow Ball. They let it go, and with that, this game is over. Although I remember them shielding, like Psychic may take me out, and then oh, so it is a Psychic. I remember one in that situation, like landing a pup there, and I'm just like, oh, that's not good. Aurorus. This is one where I am not going to be able to take Switch, and I'm not going to be able to take a shield advantage. And I had a rough lead. So this is pretty rough so far. Just because the Meteor Beam will one-shot. And now at this point, they're now just boosting their damage. I think they outpace me. Oh, no, the problem is that it doesn't take out. Right, that was the problem. They don't outpace you to the moves. The problem is Meteor Beam will take you out, and Avalanche does not take them out. So I can go just straight Avalanche here now, but I'm pretty sure that they can take me out. If I remember, I think I get too aggressive here and try and catch a Meteor Beam. Yeah, I got too aggressive. It ended up just being a Weather Ball, which I definitely could have lived. So now the double is just going to get so far ahead on energy that they're going to have a body slam to take me out here and a payback to take me out there. And now it's going to have like, it's going to get to like 2 paybacks in the back here because they're just going to be so loaded with energy. And I can't hex down, right? So perhaps I should have just stayed in with the Froslass there. I really thought they would have got to another Meteor Beam. And then I was kind of trapped with the double. I thought maybe I had another Avalanche, and this is just... Yeah, so there's a 1 payback, and I believe they get a second one off here. Yeah, double. This. I remember what I called this game. I called this game, This Is Why I'm Garbage. Because forgetting that I don't have an Avalanche on the thing, not knowing counts and CMP tying here, and I end up CMP tying here as well, which Shadow Ball would have one-shot. So had I known my energy on Froslass, had I known I would have lost CMP tie there, I would have just farmed up a bit, so I would have come out with Shadow Ball there and still won. So terrible plays by me. I mean, it's not terrible in the sense that I'm like a bad battler. It's just like, this is why you're not a top battler. Because the top battlers would have counted and known everything that was going to come forward and the energy and the CMPs, which I did not there. So that is why I'm a little behind some of those top battlers. But hold the energy, assume that they were going to try and catch. They do try and catch on the walrein, which is good that I saved the Shadow Ball. And now I get a second one. So this will take out probably. Yeah, so they have to shield. And then I'm like, you know what? I can just get in here and take this out with a Rock Slide. So let's just do that. Icicle Spear will add up. Unfortunately, not enough on a Dunsparce. It'll take like 3 here. Over 3 it looks like. So farmed up too much. CMP loss again. You're here for the teams and the analysis of how to use the team. You're not here to learn who wins CMP and stuff like that, because you will not learn that from this channel. So I'm going to come in here. My thought process at this point was like, just sacrifice the Jellicent. Froslass as your win condition here. So sacrificing this, they're just going back-to-back Hydro Cannons, which will take me out because it's a Shadow. So that's fine. Goodbye there. They can get to another one before I get to it, and I'm like, they're maybe try and catch, and I properly anticipate a catch. See, I know the win conditions, right? I know a lot of the win conditions are like, you need to catch here, you need to do this here. It's just the other stuff that I don't do properly. This is why so I'm a little slower than, a little less strong than the others. But the anticipation of the catch there, easy farm up, get the energy to take this out. Yeah, this is tricky. I do catch on the Jellicent. I think that's right. I think I catch a Body Slam too, which is nice, yeah. And it is a second dragon. This is a dumb bait. This is such a dumb bait. There's no reason to bait here. There's no reason to bait here. And they ended up letting it go, which kills me. Because then they're just getting ahead on energy. I think I do come in Froslass and I'm able to take it down and get some energy beforehand, but there's really, like, that damages, there's no reason for that. And now they have a Marowak. This one I bait because I assume, like, they know I have Shadow Ball. So that bait I'm fine with. And now I've got 2 moves here. So this will get that, and then, yeah, so now they're down to 0 shields. And at this point, I'm just like farm down because throw this, and then I don't even throw another move. I just farm all the way because I need Froslass to get to a, yeah. I need Froslass. I have a 2 shield advantage. I needed Froslass to get to another Shadow Ball there. So, yeah, I'm a great team builder, but I'm not technical like some of these top guys are, and girls. So that is it. Let me know in the comments below. I have a ton of teams coming. I've already done 3 other teams. I'm almost at expert now. Like I'm pushing, like I'm doing well in this. I've got 4 teams that all did well so far. So another team tomorrow, a couple probably more on Monday. And then we'll keep going. And then I think we roll back to Great League the week after, which I have a bunch of videos banked for that already. Yeah, so that is it. Let me know if there's actually a lot of you have let me know in the comments below. The thing is with this meta, it is really, really wide open. Sure, there's the Lanturn Owl course, but like not really, because I've seen a lot of dragons which kind of deal with both. I've seen like a lot of like Froslass and stuff which like dominate the owl and like does okay against Lanturn and stuff like that. So you're not seeing a ton of that because there are just a lot of options. And same thing, like I've got 3 more teams and I think I got 9 more different Pokemon because I'm getting a little bit of everything. It's really fun. So liking this so far. Anyways, that is it. Appreciate you watching. And I will see you guys in the next one.